Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. I'm Dr. Kat, certified nurse practitioner and wellness coach, as well as a member of the American Academy's expert panel on emerging and infectious diseases. So today I'd like to share with you a super tasty immune system booster. It is a chocolate and banana smoothie. Let's talk a little bit about the smoothie first, though. Why is it so good for us, particularly in these challenging times while we're doing everything we can to be as well as possible? Well, the smoothie is a great source of quality protein, and it really can boost our intake of several superfoods like nuts, cocoa, leafy greens, which we all love, or maybe we don't, but this is a great way to fit it in. Let's talk about cocoa. Let's talk about the science. Cocoa is a rich source of flavonoids, or polyphenols in particular. And polyphenols have really potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Why is that important? Well, think about it. Inflammation is at the root of some of our most common diseases like diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, and such. So when we take in something like cocoa, we really boost our intake of the antioxidants and phenol or polyphenols that help us with those conditions. Because what do polyphenols do? They've been linked to numerous health benefits. First of all, anti-inflammatory. That's a good one. They've also been linked to better blood flow, lower blood pressure, improved cholesterol, and blood sugar levels. So we want to get in cocoa wherever we can and whenever we can. Well, let's get started. I've washed my hands 20 seconds, so I'm clean and ready to start to show you how to make this wonderful, tasty smoothie. Let's talk ingredients first. So first ingredient, milk. Whether that's almond milk, soy milk, whole milk, skim milk, whatever is your preferred milk. Then you need that superfood, cocoa. 2 tablespoons of cocoa, and I should have said, and I'll say it again, 8 ounces of almond milk, but 2 tablespoons of cocoa. And you know, some of you are on a wellness journey and you're increasing your intake of dark chocolate, for example. Chocolate, oh, me amo chocolate. I love chocolate. And so you are often told that you want to use a dark chocolate or eat a dark chocolate that contains 70% cacao. Well, guess what? Cocoa is 100% cacao. Can anyone say cacao? Cacao, cacao. Cacao is very important. Also, you want to have a nut butter in this particular smoothie. 2 teaspoons of a nut butter, whether that is almond butter, cashew butter, or peanut butter. But just a note of caution, if you're allergic to nuts, please don't use nut butter in your smoothie. You need a source, or we need a source, because I need this too, of protein. And so Greek yogurt is an excellent source of quality protein. This is about 5 ounces, and the recipe calls for a half a cup, which is 4 ounces, so I'm going to use all of it. Now, if you don't want to use Greek yogurt, you also have a choice. A source of protein would be a scoop of whey protein, and this happens to be banana cream, because remember, it's a chocolate banana smoothie. So we don't need both. You can choose one or the other. For years, I used Greek yogurt. But a couple of years ago, I started taking whey protein with me onto trips, along with almond milk, so that I could make my own little shake, like almost, what was that we used to drink when I was a kid? It was a carnation drink. So my little shake in my room, instead of indulging in those continental breakfasts that we find on the road. You know, all those donuts and bagels. I forgot one item. Remember, chocolate, banana. So we need the banana, frozen banana. So a half to a whole frozen banana. And last but not least, leafy greens, can we talk about spinach? And when I start the smoothie, I'll give you a little more information scientifically about spinach. So let's get started and make our smoothie. So first, 8 ounces of milk. And I like the blender because it shows me the measurement. 2 tablespoons of cacao or dry cocoa. 2 teaspoons, if you're going to use it, of some type of nut butter. And I don't have a spatula with me. Let's see if I've got a spatula. There, we've got one. Let's get that nut butter. There's 1 teaspoon. Let's take another teaspoon of nut butter. Excellent source of protein and a good fat. And yes, we do need fat. Our brain thrives on it. We just need good fats. I'm having a little trouble with getting my little... There we go. And what's next? Source of protein, Greek yogurt. Gonna add that in. I'm putting, it calls for 4 ounces, and if you want to, you could save the other ounce, but why not? I need a lot of protein today. I haven't been eating as well since we've been on having the circumstances we're at, being at home, not having normal routine and such. And then let's talk about spinach. Now this is a food hack. I love hacks. So, you know, we're told to increase our intake of dark green leafy greens. And it's really important for a lot of reasons. So why not add a bunch in a smoothie where you could hide it? Well, I happen to like spinach, but some folks don't. But I'll tell you one thing about spinach. Why I would consider this a food hack. I'm increasing in a great way because I'm going to put about a cup to 1.5 cups to 2 cups of spinach into this smoothie. And spinach does several things. It's a nutritional powerhouse, but it adds sweetness. I discovered this. I tried things like kale and some other mixed greens. Nothing does it like spinach. It really adds spinach. And something else I really like about spinach in a smoothie is, remember, leafy greens are mostly water too, or they have a large amount of water in addition to all the other wonderful things they have like vitamin K and depending on the green, C and such. So it makes the smoothie a smoother, a thinner consistency, so it's easier to drink and it doesn't take all day because it's just not stuffed, frozen stuff. But if you like a more frozen smoothie, you can put a little less spinach in it. One thing about spinach, we want to note that spinach is high in vitamin K. So traditionally, those on blood thinners may have been advised to limit their intake of a leafy green like spinach. Well, recent studies have, because it may have you be more likely to clot blood because vitamin K helps us with blood clotting. And if we're on a blood thinner, we've had some trouble with blood clotting. But recent studies have shown that actually intaking a leafy green such as spinach may actually benefit those with blood clotting problems. And so I'm going to put a link below to a study so you can read about that yourself and make a decision. Didn't talk about this. When making a smoothie, I started with the milk because we want to start with the liquid and we always want to end with a frozen item. In this case, bananas. And that gets us the smoothest smoothie. We want our smoothies to be smooth, right? Something else I was thinking about. What if you don't like bananas? And some of us don't like bananas. And so you can easily substitute. Remember, what a traditional or a classic combination. Chocolate and raspberries, for example. Or maybe you like blueberries. So you can add a type of berry instead of using bananas. So now that we have this all together, and I have done this, I want to make sure the top is on because we don't want it all over the kitchen, even though I have a little more time on my hands. Let's start. And this is a really quick 30 seconds. That's all it takes. And you'll see we'll have something really, really good to eat, almost like dessert, but also highly nutritious, and it'll help us to impact our immune systems. It's a little more muddy, a muddy green, but let's see how it tastes. Wow. Now, some of you may like this a little sweeter. So one thing that the whey does, it's flavored. It makes it a little sweeter. You can also add a little more banana, or, you know, everything in moderation. You might want a teaspoon or two of sugar. Wow. I like that. So I will finish that up. But before I go, I'd like to offer you a couple more overall tips for nutrition today. So one of them is that we want to buy our fruits and vegetables in season. Remember, the principles are eat food, real food, mostly plants or fruits and vegetables, and not too much. So it's really important to get those fruits and vegetables in, particularly now because our immune systems need it. And so I'm going to share something with you. I love the deals you can get on citrus, particularly in March and April, because we're at the end of citrus season, and so the stocks are here, and the stores want to sell out of their stocks, so they really decrease the prices. And so just this week, we had Cara oranges on sale at Lidl. They were $2.49 on sale, down from $4. And guess what? On Monday, they went to $1.19 for 3 pounds. And if you've never had a Cara orange, you got to try it. Not only is it high in vitamin C, but unlike many other citrus fruits, it's low in acid. It's a good source of fiber. And because of that nice pink color, it's also high in lycopene. You may have heard about lycopene. People talk about it a lot with tomatoes. Lycopene is really good for us. It has anti-inflammatory effects, once again, but also may decrease our risk for certain cancers. So a Cara, I won't need it on camera. That's probably not going to be real cute. But a Cara orange is something that you can get now, or any orange, any citrus, and it's in season. What else? Coming soon, I'm going to do a demo on how to make this wonderful, can I show it a little bit without spilling it? Vegetarian minestrone. A minestrone that is packed with superfoods like kale, like beans, the beans that the folks who have lived so long in the blue zones eat. So kale, beans, packed with protein. I keep talking about protein. Why is it important? Protein is important because it is the basis of all our cells, including our immune systems, the cells in our immune system. So we really need quality protein. So coming soon, the next demonstration will be on how to make this really tasty. And I say it's tasty because I didn't like minestrone, and I've really learned to love this and to boost my own immune system and my health in general. So once again, I hope that you are taking a step on the path, on the journey to wellness today. And remember also, food is important, but we also have to keep moving while we're in these circumstances. So whatever you do, keep moving. And I thought of a song. You know, I always think of a song, but when you have the option to sit it out or dance, as Leanne Womack would say, I hope you'll dance. I hope you'll dance. Bye-bye. Bye-bye till next time. Be well.